all-time history channel, presents Unveiling Hitler: Secrets, Conspiracies and Historical Debates. Did you know Adolf Hitler, one of history's most notorious figures, was once nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize? This startling fact might seem almost inconceivable given his brutal legacy, but it highlights the complexity of his historical image and sets the stage for a deeper exploration into his life. Today, we're diving deep into the life and legacy of Adolf Hitler. We'll explore the controversies that surround him, uncover some rather unusual facts, and delve into the darker aspects of his rule. Our journey will reveal not just the man himself, but the impact he had on the world. Here on our channel, All Time History, we are dedicated to unraveling the truths and myths embedded in our past. Our goal is to provide a comprehensive understanding of historical figures and events from multiple perspectives, ensuring a well-rounded grasp of history's intricacies. Let's start with Adolf Hitler. He was born on April 20th, 1889 in Austria, specifically in the small town of Braunau am Inn, near the German border. Hitler's early life in Vienna was marked by significant hardship and rejection, particularly in his pursuit of an artistic career. Adolf Hitler's lesser-known artistic side reveals a young man with ambitions far removed from the world of politics. Before his rise to power, Hitler aspired to be an artist, applying twice to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts and facing rejection both times. His paintings, primarily landscapes and architectures, offer a glimpse into what might have been a different life path. Some experts are of the opinion that these failures in the art world are often thought to have fueled his extreme ideologies. These formative years exposed him to various anti-Semitic and nationalist ideologies, which later played a central role in his political life. Despite his Austrian origins, he moved to Germany in 1913 and later served in the German army during World War I. After the war, Hitler entered politics, joining the German Workers' Party, which he later would transform into the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or Nazi Party. He rose to power by exploiting economic woes, societal fears, and bitter resentments following Germany's defeat in World War I. The Beer Hall Putsch in 1923 was a pivotal yet failed coup attempt led by Hitler and other Nazi leaders. Aimed at overthrowing the Bavarian government, the botched putsch resulted in Hitler's imprisonment. This event, though a failure, introduced Hitler to a national stage and set the stage for his future rise to power. During his imprisonment after the failed Beer Hall Putsch, Adolf Hitler penned Mein Kampf, a book that outlined his ideology and future plans for Germany. This work, written in 1924, became the foundational text for Nazi philosophy, emphasizing anti-Semitic and nationalist views, detailed his views on race, space, and the need for Germany to expand to ensure the survival of its people that would later devastate Europe. Upon release in 1924, he focused on rebuilding the Nazi Party, NSDAP, from the ground up. He emphasized strict control, ensuring his position as the sole leader. By 1933, Hitler had become a powerful figure in German politics. His powerful speeches and the promises of rejuvenation resonated with many Germans disillusioned by economic despair and political instability. The political landscape was fractured, and President Hindenburg, desperate to maintain order, appointed Hitler as Chancellor. Within a year, Hitler would consolidate power, turning Germany into a totalitarian state and setting the stage for World War II. His leadership would forever alter the course of history, as his early years set a foundation for the dramatic and devastating paths his life would later take, leading to global repercussions that are still felt today. Ultimately, establishing a totalitarian regime that led the country into World War II and committed massive atrocities, including the Holocaust. The Enabling Act of March 23, 1933, marked a critical turning point in German history. This law handed Hitler the keys to dictatorial power, effectively dismantling the Weimar Republic. It allowed Hitler and his cabinet to enact laws without the involvement of the Reichstag, laying the groundwork for his totalitarian regime. The next 5 years would be crucial in shaping his horrific legacy. In 1934, he eliminated threats within his own party, ordering the killing of rivals like Ernst Röhm, leader of the SA paramilitary group, ruthlessly consolidating power through a night of violence known as the Night of the Long Knives. With absolute control, Hitler established himself as the sole leader, the Führer, demanding complete obedience. Defying the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler embarked on building a massive military machine in preparation for war, and in 1935 were launched the Nuremberg Laws. These laws institutionalized racial discrimination against Jews that faced increasing persecution, stripping them of citizenship and basic rights. This marked a significant step towards the horrors of the Holocaust. Hitler, that was a master manipulator on the world stage as well, exploited weak leadership in other countries, taking back the Rhineland and annexing Austria with little resistance. The world watched nervously as Hitler demanded the Sudetenland, a German-speaking part of Czechoslovakia. The appeasement that followed at Munich only emboldened him. By 1939, Germany was a totalitarian state, its military on the move, and Hitler unchallenged. The fragile peace in Europe wouldn't last much longer. Hitler's ambition for territorial expansion was the catalyst for the war. The outbreak of World War II on September 1st, 1939 was directly initiated by Hitler's invasion of Poland. This aggressive move was met with a declaration of war by Britain and France, spiralling into a global conflict. The war ended in 1945 when the Allied powers defeated the Axis powers, which included Germany, Italy, and Japan. It resulted in the deaths of an estimated 70 to 85 million people, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. The war caused widespread destruction in Europe, particularly in Germany, the Soviet Union, and Poland. Cities were bombed to rubble, and millions of people were left homeless. The circumstances surrounding Hitler's death on April 30th, 1945, fuel numerous conspiracy theories, including the belief that he did not die in his bunker in Berlin, but might have escaped to Argentina. These theories, while widely speculated and sensationalized, lacks concrete evidence, but continues to intrigue both historians and conspiracy enthusiasts. However, official reports state that he committed suicide as the Allies closed in. This uncertainty continues to fuel debates and conspiracy theories about his final days. Such discussions not only highlight the mysterious end to a dictator's life, but also underscore the lasting fascination and horror that his reign of terror still invokes today. Adolf Hitler's leadership style has long been a subject of intense debate among historians. While some argue that his charismatic oratory and decisive actions reinvigorated Germany's post-WWI economy, others contend that these same qualities led to drastic authoritarian measures and ultimately to a devastating world war. What is undeniable is the impact of Hitler's leadership during World War II, with his policies leading directly to the Holocaust, a genocide that resulted in the systematic murder of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. It is clear the horrors of this period left an indelible mark on human history. The debates among historians regarding Hitler's involvement in military strategies during WWU and in the execution of the Holocaust continue to be contentious. Some argue he had significant input and drove many key decisions, while others believe he left much of the strategy to his generals and other subordinates who interpreted his desires. This ongoing discussion helps to understand the complexities of leadership and the hierarchical dynamics in totalitarian regimes. The varied perspectives of historians and experts enrich our understanding and spark lively debates among our viewers. These discussions not only illuminate the complexities of historical narratives, but also challenge us to think critically about the past. The question of what the world might look like if Hitler had succeeded as an artist rather than a dictator is profound. Would his artistic frustrations and political climate still have led him down a path of destruction? Or could art have been his outlet, altering the course of history? But now, let's talk about other interesting aspects of Hitler's life. As for Hitler's private life, it included significant relationships that influenced his decisions and psyche. Among them was Eva Braun, who, despite her long companionship with Hitler, remained largely hidden from the public eye until the final days of the war. Braun's role and influence remained subjects of both curiosity and scholarly study. Hitler's personal habits also painted a picture of a man at odds with his public image. Known for his strict vegetarianism, Hitler adopted this diet not only for health reasons, but also as part of a moral stance against animal cruelty. Additionally, he held a strong anti-smoking policy, advocating for public health measures to curb tobacco use. Hitler's daily routine was as peculiar as his personality. He was known to be a nocturnal individual, starting his day late in the afternoon and working well into the early morning hours, fueled by strong coffee and sugary treats. Hitler would hold lengthy meetings with advisors, dictate orders, strategize. This unconventional schedule kept him out of sync with his subordinates, who often found themselves waiting late into the night for his decisions. On the other hand, Hitler's health has always been a topic of speculation among historians. His numerous ailments, ranging from severe gastrointestinal issues to Parkinson's disease, could have influenced his erratic behavior and decision-making processes. Understanding these might provide insights into some of the catastrophic decisions he made during his dictatorship. Regarding the role of occultism and pseudoscience in Nazi ideology is both fascinating and deeply disturbing. Hitler and many of his followers believed in the arcane and mystical, which influenced their policies and military strategies. This bizarre blend of science and superstition helped to justify their racial and social cleansing policies. For example, the Nazis twisted archaeological finds to create a false Aryan master race narrative. They also dabbled in the occult, searching for ancient artifacts believed to hold mystical power. While these ideas were demonstrably false, they fueled a dangerous fanaticism that fueled the atrocities of the Third Reich. Today, Hitler's legacy is examined with great scrutiny and often serves as a cautionary tale. In modern Germany and around the world, he is a symbol of tyranny and the extreme consequences of unchecked power. The horrors of his regime, especially the Holocaust, have left an indelible mark on history. The study of Hitler's propaganda techniques has become a significant area of interest in both psychological and political fields. His ability to manipulate public opinion and foster a cult of personality through meticulous messaging and media control offers valuable lessons on the power and impact of propaganda, even in the modern world. By understanding how Hitler used fear, scapegoating, and emotional appeals, we can become more critical consumers of information. This knowledge empowers us to identify and resist modern propaganda tactics, whether used in politics, advertising, or social media. In pop culture, Adolf Hitler has been portrayed in myriad ways, ranging from the deeply sinister to the darkly comedic. Films, books, and television often use his image to convey themes of ultimate evil or tyrannical madness, reflecting his indelible mark on history and continuing to spark debate about the portrayal of such a figure. Understanding the most surprising facts about Hitler can be quite revealing. We encourage our viewers to share what shocked them the most in the comments section. This engagement helps bring to light lesser-known aspects of history and fosters a community of curious, informed individuals who are eager to learn more. In today's episode, we covered a wide range of topics related to Adolf Hitler, from his early life and rise to power to his controversial death and lasting legacy. We delved into his policies, personal life, and the global impact of his dictatorial rule, providing a comprehensive overview of his complex character. Thanks for visiting All Time History Channel. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media for more updates, and click the bell so you never miss out on our history explorations. By staying connected, you ensure that you're always updated with our latest findings and discussions, which shed light on the complexities of history. Your engagement helps us keep history alive and relevant. Understanding history is key to our future. By learning from history, we can make informed decisions for the future, ensuring that the lessons of yesteryears guide our tomorrow. Let's continue to explore and understand together.